Crystal Star back again, and I'm here to discuss what happened in that week before Easter. In a previous video I said that I had guidance regarding the 12th of April, that something significant was going to happen around the 12th of April. Now I don't know whether you spotted it too, but I had both energy shifting and I spotted something in the real world which could end up being the big reveal, the big event. Well, a lead up to the big event anyway. So let's have a look at it. Let's not hang about. Let's get straight on with it. Now, like I said in a previous video, I will put the link below if you want to watch that video. I did say that I had been guided that something was going to happen around the 12th of April. Now, I wasn't told whether this would be energetic or whether this would be the big reveal, the big event that would take us out of this waiting period Dora's truthers are in. But it turned out to be both, and I don't know whether you saw it too. I hope you did. I want to be discussing the energy first because that was the first thing that hit me, and it started actually a few days before the 12th. I was instructed, I was guided by my guides to take that week off, and I did. And pretty soon I started to feel really, really anxious. Now, the first thing I do as a light worker and an empath, if I start feeling anxious, of course, is put protection on, because it's very likely, isn't it, that we're just picking up the energy from someone or something around us. Now, if you don't know how to implement energetic protection and you are an empath and a light worker, there are some videos on YouTube about psychic, energetic and spiritual protection. There's also the full course, of course, of my website as well. But that didn't work. So I knew that it wasn't that I was picking up energy from around me. I do know that anxiety is one of the symptoms of Ascension. So I know that I'm not the only one that's going through this or feeling this right now. But I did have the time and I did have the effort to work on shifting this. And as it turns out, it was all to do, well, it started out with me being asked to shift some past life energy, some past life blocks and some ancestral blocks as well. What I realised was that there was a situation around past life trauma that needed to be released, and that's exactly what we did. Both myself and my daughter decided that we were going to have a past life regression and we were going to work on clearing this past life energy, which we did. And we both felt a lot better after that had been cleared. But the next day it was back again. And there was another block to work on and released. But this was just one black block after another, after another, after another. And I think it got to about day 4 before it was finally cleared. And I'm pretty sure that was actually on the 12th. I obviously have a lot of experience in recognising and dealing with blocks and block removal. So it's quite a process. It's not as quick for if you're just starting out, however. So I really would suggest you looking into blocks and block removal. I haven't as yet had time to do any videos on past life regression and clearing the energy from past lives as well. And also I'll be looking in that block, I'll be looking into pre-incarnation planning as well. And I'm putting that as a high priority on my list of things to do because it's so important. As the energy raises, as the Gaia's energy raises, as our energy raises, as we're getting flooded with more and more and more uplifting high vibrational energy, blocks are going to be coming up for removal. And one of the symptoms or one of the expressions of this light pushing our energy upwards is that blocks are going to come up for removal. And of course, past life energy blocks are the same as all other blocks, along with ancestral blocks. And I'm also going to be doing some videos shortly on dreams as well, because during those 4 days I had a lot of very, very intense dreams. Now, like I said, I'm used to dealing with dreams and I'm used to analysing dreams as well, but I will be doing a bundle on my website, a full bundle all about dreams, and I will also be doing some videos on YouTube about dreams as well, because I certainly know for a fact that I'm not the only person who's having very, very intense dreams right now. However, this dream was indicated to me that there may be an impossible event coming up, and if you're a truther, you know what I mean. This is all about revealing the truth of what's been going on. In this dream, I had it suggested to me that there may be a false situation around the alien landing or off-world intervention. Now, we know the Galactic Federation of Light, whatever you want to call it, is going to be showing themselves and is going to be involved at some point. However, it was quite strongly indicated to me that this was a false situation. But it is only a possibility, but they could be messing with us here. So do be very careful if there is any kind of indication of an opening or off-world activity, let's call it, because it may not be genuine at this time. Now, I know the white hats have lots of different options in terms of what the event is going to be and how they are going to introduce this information to the general population. So I don't necessarily believe that that's the only option that they have. In fact, I know it's not the only option, which brings me to the next event that actually started on the 12th of April. Now, I really don't have any interest in Hollywood or Hollywood stars at all. I don't like watching the films, and I don't really care what Hollywood stars get up to. And the more you get into the truth movement, the less you do care, knowing what they've been up to and what all this is based upon. However, apart from the swearing in of the jury, the trial between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard actually started on the 12th of April. And this was quite significant because this date had been flagged up to me previously. And like I said, normally I wouldn't be paying any attention, but it was quite significantly put forward that this was very, very important. Now, if you're a truther, you'll be wondering, is this just a trial between these two people? Is it as simple as that? You may have noticed a few little odd things going on. I really don't believe that it's as plain as it seems to be. There seems to be a lot more going on underneath, and I wonder whether this is an event that's causing a situation to arise where the truth is being brought out. And there's a lot to do with the mainstream media in this as well. So thank you so much for joining me. I'd love to hear your experiences over this date, if you've been having any anxiety, if you've been called to look at past lives or release any energy, or if you've been triggered into realising that you have blocked energy to release. So thank you for joining me. I hope you're going to join me in the next video. Thanks for joining me. Bye.